So you cannot say you love the brotherhood if your desire for sexual contact with a married woman is more important to you than the brotherhood that we are trying to build. And no sister can say that you love the sisterhood if your desire for a man who is married takes precedent over the sisterhood. Because in so doing, we're destroying a bond that is absolutely necessary when the attack against us comes from the enemy. You want to know that who's at your right, who's at your left, who's in front of you, who's behind you is really your brother or your sister. You understand? Now, okay. Adultery is punished by death because adultery brings the death of marriage. Adultery brings the death of family. Adultery is a termite that undermines the pillars of nationhood. Do you understand? Yeah, but what about fornication? This person is not married. They haven't broken no vow. But the punishment for fornication under the law of Moses was death also. Well, why can't I fornicate? I mean, after all, I'm growing up now. I got this feeling, and I like the boy, and the boy seems to like me. Why can't we just get it on? And you sit and you listen to a song. If you're not with the one you love, then love the one you're with. That's encouraging you. And you singing it, pop it, but the words are suggesting to you that what the heck is wrong with being unfaithful? Now check this out. You commit fornication. You've had a sexual relationship with somebody. Oh, well, it was, I was just experimenting, wasn't nothing to it. I liked it, sort of like. All of a sudden then, you diss the boy or the boy disses you, you go on to another boy. And he wants to sample the goods too. Well, you've already been sampled, so why not let him taste the cookie, see if he wants to buy? After a few samplings, you meet somebody that you really think you're in love with. And you say, it's time to get married. Mama and daddy make all these preparations. You're getting ready to go down the aisle. But when you're having sex with your husband, you're comparing him with the sex you had with somebody that you liked before. And you can't tell your husband that he ain't coming up on nothing. You can't tell him you need to go to sexual school and learn the art of lovemaking. So you start your acting class. See, you wouldn't be laughing if you wasn't acting. But then after a while, you get tired of acting. The man ain't hitting on nothing, but he works hard. He brings his money home. And you the same when you've had a woman and she's been sexually really nice for you, but you married. Where's your head? See? So all of these things that we now take for granted are destructive of the process that God intended for the human being, in the human being's growth to become one with God. Now, I think I can end this. Oh, thank you. I think I can end this. You know, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, marriage is one half of faith. Did I quote it right, sir? Well, if marriage is one half of faith, what is faith? See, the journey of faith is a child born into the world that grows, matures, evolves to become one with the Creator. That's the journey of faith. When we become one with God, where the Quran says, O soul that is at rest, well-pleasing with thy Lord and well-pleased, you have reached a state of bliss in the human existence that is only accomplished when the soul becomes one with God. That's a long process, and there's a lot of trials in that process. Some of us, we love God as long as we can pray and get an answer when we want it. Talk to me. We love God, but my son or my daughter died in a car accident. Why did God do that to me? We don't handle misfortune or disappointment well in the process of becoming one with God. So we fall out with the Creator. Well, hell, since he did that to me, I ain't going to church no more. I ain't going to the mosque no more. Don't even talk to me about no God who would let my children burn up in a fire. See? So God just steps back and waits. Because you say it in the church, he's God all by himself. He didn't need you and me to exalt him. We need him to be exalted. Now watch this. To me, if you take the life of Prophet Muhammad and put it here, the life of Jesus Christ and put it here, you see lives that are filled with trial, persecution, tribulation, hardship, loss of property, loss of life, diminution of fruit. But God is trying this soul that wants oneness with him. So Jesus is tried so thoroughly that even before he went to the cross, when the disciples said, when will we see the Father? And he said, have I not been among you this long, and you have not seen him? When you see me, you see the Father. For I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. That process, that journey, Jesus made it, according to the Bible, in 36 years, he became one with God. Well, if marriage is one half of a journey like that, What kind of person would enter into marriage thinking that everything is going to be all right?